Hello everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at these IKEA Lunum LED, Lunum, I guess that's how you can say it. Anyway, they're little Pygmy style filament LED bulbs. IKEA has had these for quite some time now since they started doing the filament LED stuff. And I've always liked this little design, but never really picked them up. So here they finally are. Front of the packaging is pretty simple. They used to have this, I want to say in like just a box, but they added more cardboard to it to just have more cardboard, I guess. I don't know. Catches your eye. They can put them in all those, row holder things. Anyway, we get two bulbs in this package. They're 15 watt equivalent, 100 lumen. I don't know how many lumens a 15 watt bulb is, but that seems a little low. I could be wrong. 2200K. They're not dimmable. Don't worry. We'll put that to the test. They last, 15,000 powering on cycles? Is that what that's supposed to mean? I don't know. They're on in less than 1 second. I'd hope so. It's LED. Well, do we have a warm-up process? Would be cool if they were high-intensity discharge in this size. And we just have some other basic information. They do say that we have a CRI of greater than 80. We'll put that to the test. And we have a E12 base. On the back here, we have some cautionary information. Don't throw it away, just use it forever. And the other interesting thing here is, as you can see, this front part is a box, and they kind of just sandwiched it with the rest of the packaging. You can see the little bump ups here of how they just kind of sandwiched it in there. So I don't really see a good way to open this without destroying it. But we'll find a way and be right back. The way has been found. Just put a slit here at the top, and there's our bulbs. So let's see here. There is one. And we have this little flap here. If we get it out of the way, we'll find number 2. Oh, aren't these things just cute? Look at that. Little tiny filament LEDs. I do like that they've taken the time to actually put some type of insulation on the base here, because if a lamp is wired up backwards, this would end up being live instead of neutral, so it's a safety concern. So it's good that they took the time to do that. Now, GE uses a similar style of base on their little 7 watt filament LED bulbs. C7, that's what they are. And they put just a plastic cover over it that slides right off. This is better. It's kind of a molded plastic on there. It's not going anywhere. It's a lot safer. So, we got our little filament LEDs inside. I like that they still have the big glass stem in there. That's cool. On the top of the bulb, we'll find our etch. Again, all the same information we just saw in the packaging there. We can see our electronics down in the base. Pretty cool. Let's get our socket here. Put in our adapter. And put our bulb in. Let's see what we get. Yeah, it's a dim little bulb. Not bad at all. Okay, gotta turn off our lights here so we can truly appreciate it. Yeah, it's most certainly a warmer color. I got it up here at our 2-foot mark with both of the filaments facing down. And we're getting about 26 lux or so. Of course, if I put it on its side here and put that dark spot right on it, I mean, you can see it really changes depending on how much light you have coming at different angles. But that's filament LED for you. There are still dark spots depending on where the filaments aren't facing. But not a bad little accent light at all. I can see this being great in a small lamp. And that's obviously what IKEA would want you to use these for, really. Not necessarily out on their own, but I don't see anything wrong with using them all by themselves. Okay, what do we have here? We're at 119 volts, 0.01 amps, exactly 1 watt, and a power factor of 0.64. What did it say on here again? Oh, 0.9 watts. Yeah, 1 watt, not bad. I'm not gonna go against that. Let's go ahead and move it to our Variac here and see how it does with our Variac. The last thing we had on the Variac, a CFL, that didn't go so good. So let's hope this goes better. So we are at 120 volts right now. I want to find a way that we can get this to focus on it. Wouldn't that just be nice? 110, 100. Oh yeah, we're pretty much, that's 90 volts right there. That's, you know, barely a glow. Now the camera's making it look like it's pretty bright, but it's barely a glow. I can't even read the Variac anymore, it's so dark. Yeah, let's see. It's pretty much out there. Let's turn a light on, see what we get. It's about 80 volts or so. So if you bring it back up, you can see him come to life. Now I'm trying to just see. Yes, you can see, if you look very closely there, the individual diodes on the filament LED sticks. You see all those little dots there? Those are the individual diodes. They're blue, and they have this yellow phosphor coating over them to convert it into usable white light, in this case 2200 Kelvin. And you can see this one doesn't really have that. If we flip it over, you'll find it here on this side. It's because these sticks have the LEDs on pretty much the one side. And so that's why it's important for them to face them two different directions, because that's where most of the light will be coming from. At least they took the time to think about that and take it into consideration. I'll bring it back up to 120 there. Not bad. Before we move on over to our dimmer here, let's go ahead and see what we get with our... Oh, I can never remember how many times to turn that for some reason today. Let's get a reading here. Let's see, let me make sure that it's cleared. Here we go. So that's a reading, all right. The spectrum of the bulb at full brightness. The CRI of the bulb at full brightness. And the white balance of the bulb at full brightness. Let's go ahead and get our dimmer into the equation here. Our incandescent dimmer. And it does say it's not dimmable, but what happens if you put it on one? Oh, yeah, well, on camera it doesn't appear to be flickering, but in person, it's really bad. Yeah, it does not like this at all. If you dim it low, like this, it's fine. We bring it back up to full brightness, it does not like that. Maybe the camera doesn't pick that up. Okay, if it did pick it up, I had to cut all that out because that is not good. Yeah, it flickers really bad. Well, that's our answer. Just don't do that. These little Pygmy bulbs are fun. I'm glad I picked them up. I can think of some uses to put these in, especially some of the IKEA lamps. These would be great. You know, some of the different glass ones they have, where the sparkle from the LED filaments would be perfect. And the package is a unique design as well. As always, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, be sure to give it a like down below and leave a comment. I do enjoy reading all of your comments. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more great videos like this one. Also check out my secondary channel Merkove and subscribe over there for more behind the scenes and alternative content. Of course, check out the other videos here on this screen, and as always, thank you very much for watching.